California. From Dodger Stadium, tonight it's the first of 3 to start the new week between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Los Angeles Dodgers. It's Dodger baseball on the show, and it comes your way next. Hyunjin Ryu, the Korean lefty, will be the starter in this one. What's your take on him, EK?
Well, guys, take a look at that whip. Around 1.3, which is pretty much league average. So he's been very serviceable all year long.
Ben Revere heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball.
The left fielder, number 2, Ben Revere.
First pitch of the night is over for strike one as we get started right on time at 7:10 p.m. Eric, you look at your former employers, the Dodgers, as they enter play here tonight. They've had it going the last 10 games. They're 7-3 over that stretch, including a win last time out.
Yeah, they're starting to open up some ground at the top of the division, and when you're setting a good pace at the top, it can be frustrating for those teams that are chasing you because they start thinking, what do we have to do to make up some ground?
Time now for a glance at the Phillies batting order in this one. What's the key for them to win this series opener, Steve?
Well, all they have to do is keep doing what they're doing. This team has a very high average, continuing to hit well as a team, and they'll continue to win games.
Ben Zobrist digs in for the first time now and looking to break out of this little 6-game dry spell at the plate. A fastball here as you'll take a look at ball 1-0. And our game time temperature this evening, a nice 74 degrees. And here's his fastball for a called strike one, and he's hitting an even 90 on the gun. So let's take a look at our umpiring crew in this one. Working the plate, Rusty Valentine.
Yeah, Rusty Valentine. What a great name. Besides that, he's known for being pretty spot on when it comes to calling pitches on the corners. If he misses one, it's usually up or down.
Throw on to Gonzalez, and that's out number 2. And with that, let's look at how the Dodgers align on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, they have a man on the mound, high ERA. That usually means there's a lot of hard hit balls. So this defense, they're going to have to be ready with that leather out there.
Maikel Franco will get his first opportunity here, currently leading the league in 2 of the 3 Triple Crown categories.
What a great season, but in order to win the Triple Crown, he's going to need some help from his teammates getting on base. He's in the top 5 in RBIs, but not leading that category.
And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes. Two out, nobody on. Ground ball sent back up the middle. And a low throw, but some fine dirt work there by Gonzalez as he digs this one out to end the inning. Nothing doing here in the opening half inning. And now the Dodgers get a crack at it. No score. Chris Acho gets the ball for Philadelphia in this one. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, you can see he's among the leaders in strikeouts. We'll see how good he can be in this one.
Curtis Granderson is into the ball game now as he assumes duties in center field.
Center field, number 3.
And there you see Jacoby Ellsbury as he'll lead things off here in the home half of the first.
Leading off for the Dodgers, center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury.
There's a fastball to start him off, but that misses for ball one. These Phillies, Eric Karros, as they enter play here tonight, they're on a great run of late as they come in winners of 7 of their last 9 games.
And they've upped that lead in the division even further. They've put some serious distance between them and the rest of the pack, so they're well on their way to playing October baseball.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1.
He wanted to go after that one, but that's a good eye to just watch it all the way in.
Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. This one's down to third. And Beltre throws on to first for the out. Time now to check out how the hometown Dodgers line up in this one. Steve, what's the key for him against one of the best starters in the game?
Well, guys, this team can absolutely fly. They lead the league in stolen bases. So be patient and let those runners move into scoring position and then follow it up with clutch hits.
Carl Crawford will stand in now. Happy that this series is at home, no doubt, as you see his splits right there. First pitch on its way. That's a fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. And a breaking ball falls in there for a strike. It's 1-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Pretty clear the plan is to keep everything away.
And that's smart for most guys, but you've got to know your scouting report because this is a guy that can cover the outside part of the plate.
In there, and it's even now, 2-2.
A little conviction behind that fastball.
A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Now a swing and a miss on a pitch well out of the strike zone as he becomes the second out. And with a quick breather here, let's take a look at how the Phils will set up on D. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, when you talk about a position that requires arm strength, right field is one of those. This man, he has arm strength to die for. He could throw it from the wall. He could probably throw it from the darn stands. I hope he gets a chance to show it off in this one.
Into the windup and the pitch. Swing and a line drive, but this will be foul. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. This is line to left, and he dives to make a spectacular catch. What a play there to end the inning. Worth a second look here as this is a beauty to end the inning. We're off to the second, scoreless on the show. Brandon Jordan will dig in now. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest.
Well, guys, one good game does not a season make. He's been hitting under 250 over his last 10 games, so hopefully he's figured something out.
Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
Yeah, and I don't think I'd be in any big hurry to challenge this guy again. I'd see if I could make him go out of the zone, maybe chase a bad pitch.
Outside for a ball, 1-1. Outside, 2-1. Ryu looks in. 2-1 on its way. High in the air out to center field. Ellsbury is under it. And that's the first out of the inning.
Batting fifth, center fielder number 3, Curtis Granderson.
Curtis Granderson will stand in now. Still struggling to get anything going offensively.
Hey, you never know. Things might be looking up for this guy. He's hitting over 300 in his last 10 games, even though his season average doesn't look that good.
And this is taken outside for ball 1. Oh, high, deep. That is a moonshot, folks. A long home run. A solo home run for Curtis Granderson. Home run number 16 for him on the year. And the Phillies grab a 1-0 lead.
Well, we can show you the replay here, but I'm not all that convinced that this ball has even come down yet. Goodness gracious. This is a fastball that he absolutely barrels up. And with his strength, this ball's going a long way.
Darren Ruff will stand in, hoping for a reversal of fortune here as he's seen that average drop precipitously these past 10 ball games. Here's the first pitch to him. And that's in there for strike 1.
Yeah, same pitch here from the home run ball, but this one's in a much better spot down at the knees.
Comes back with a good changeup there, and it's quickly 0-2.
Yeah, it's so hard to stay back against a guy like this. Unless you guess right, that thing's just so slow that it's almost impossible to keep from getting out on your front foot.
High pop-up. Donaldson is there for it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Might have had thoughts about going back-to-back here. This is right where he likes it, and he took a big swing at it. Wound up getting just a bit underneath it and popping it straight up.
Adrian Beltre will stand in, and he enters play with the 6th highest home run total in the National League.
And he's near the top in runs batted in, so he's having a huge year production-wise so far.
First pitch of the at-bat. And here is strike 1 call to the 37-year-old veteran up there. 0-1.
Yeah, the best way to neutralize this guy's power, just keep putting pitches right there.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Phillies have an early 1-0 lead here in inning number 2. A ball and 2 strikes to count now with the bases empty and 2 away.
Wow, what a good time to take something off of that pitch, and they had him fooled pretty good on that one.
And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
Yeah, and he's got to be careful not to give up yet another home run here in this inning. So you can see they're approaching with caution here.
Hit hard down the right field line. And that'll slice just foul at the last moment. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. But the Phillies strike first on this solo home run. On to the bottom of inning number 2. It's now 1-0 Philadelphia. Josh Donaldson will stand in for the first time now, and he does so with 22 home runs on the ledger so far.
Josh Donaldson.
Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1. In for a strike. It's 1-1. One and one. Here it comes. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Ready to deliver the 1-2. And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out.
You know, and this is one of the few downsides to being a guy with tremendous strength at the plate. Once you get that thing started, it's really hard to put on the brakes, and he winds up breaking the plane right here, and that's strike 3.
Here's the catcher, Yasmani Grandal. Batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike 1. High strikes, probably not on the docket for places he wants to be.
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret. You've got to keep the ball down against a team like this. If you go up every once in a while with a fastball, you'll be fine. But you're not going to last too long if you make a habit of working up there with your secondary pitches.
Fastball called for strike 2.
He's found a pretty nice rhythm out here early on.
1 out, nobody on. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. And the throw is made to record the second out of the inning.
Well, tough to start a game much better than this. He's run through these first 5 guys pretty easily. This is already his 3rd strikeout of the ball game. Looks like he's in it for the long haul here.
Andre Ethier will get his first shot now. He too had 3 knocks in yesterday's win.
Well, Matt, he just continues this string of his last 10 games where he's hitting over 300. He has those really, really nice games mixed in there.
First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. 2 out, nobody on. That evens it up, 1-1. Chop foul right at home plate. Chop foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. We're back with more on this Monday night after this. Wilson Ramos is into the box as we are all set to begin the 3rd.
The catcher, number 40, Wilson Ramos.
Ryu steps into his windup. Here's the first pitch. First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. And he looks at a changeup in there, 1-1. In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now.
Now you can't look for a specific pitch. You just got to protect the plate.
swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And reined in, one away.
Well, that'll be a frustrating at-bat for him. He's got to be thinking he let one get away there because, that's a pitch he should have been able to handle.
Stepping in now, Chris Acho. As he'll take a look at the pitch too low, it's ball one. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Well, sometimes it's that natural tendency to let up just a little bit when you're facing the opposing pitcher. He's not going to do much damage, but you got to get refocused here because you do not want to go 3-0 to him.
A strike, and it's 2-1. Bases are empty, one man out. Sent on the ground out to second. Barney scoops it up in time to first, and there are two away.
There's no such thing as a routine grounder with this guy. If you take your time, he's going to be safe. He'll beat it out. So that's a nice job of getting rid of it quickly and getting him at first base.
Here's Ben Revere. This is pulled into right, and that's in there, so perhaps some life here with two men out.
Well, you talk about being locked in at the plate right now. That is 10 straight games with a base hit now, and it's going to be a lot of fun to see how long he can keep this thing going.
Here's Ben Zobrist now. Pitch out. 1-0. Nothing doing. A runner on first with two away. Revere rides off for second. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease.
Well, I think they had a feeling he'd be going, but you had to figure they weren't going to pitch out twice in a row, and he winds up taking second here and moving into scoring position.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Maybe too much break on the slider. 2-1. Well, we'll give you a look there at the graphic. That's now 23 stolen bases on the year. Strike two called, and it's even at 2. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2.
Now on 3-2, you got to go with your strength.
Line hard to the left side, but foul. Has to be thinking strikeout here. Frozen on the fastball. Never had a chance, and the inning is over. Phillies strand one, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Jimmy Rollins will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so against a guy who's definitely in a groove out there.
Yeah, he struck out the side his last time through, and they've got to do something to get this guy out of the role that he's been on.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Right side, hit hard. And a diving effort there, but it'll come up empty. It's a base hit.
Maybe these guys are going to start getting a little more aggressive here early in the count. This is the first pitch of the inning, and he's on base here to kick things off.
Settling in now, Darwin Barney. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First pitch coming. Here it is. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball one.
That's a good pitch call right there on that fastball away. That works almost like a pitch out, just in case he's thinking about it over there at first.
The set and the 1-0 pitch. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. Nobody out, runner on first. Fastball not close, and he runs it to 2 balls and a strike. Seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember the slide step does 2 things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal at all.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Is he worrying too much about that guy on first?
I think he might be. Guys worry so much about the stolen base, but they don't realize that a walk is 10 times worse.
Ready on 3-1. Here it comes. And he will take ball 4. First and second now with nobody out.
Yeah, that's nice to see a little patience up there. These guys have been what I would call overly aggressive these first few innings. Finally, somebody's figured out the importance of maybe taking a pitch or two.
So striding in, Hyunjin Ryu, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. And no surprise to see the pitcher squaring around as he gets this one down. Only plays to first, so the pitcher does his job as it's a successful sacrifice.
And with your pitcher at the plate, you always like it when he can get that bunt down on the very first pitch. Not only do you let him get back to the dugout and rest up just a little bit, but you also keep that momentum going. And that's a nice job right there.
So stepping in, Jacoby Ellsbury, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. In there at the knees, strike one.
Pretty cool right there. You know, it's so important in a tough spot to get that first pitch strike over, and he's able to jump ahead.
Runners are at second and third with one down. And he falls behind 0-2.
Well, I think most fans would remember Jacoby Ellsbury's amazing 2011 season. That year he won a Gold Glove, a Silver Slugger, and was runner-up for the AL MVP award just behind Justin Verlander. That was a pretty big year. And this has been one of this guy's hallmarks all year long. When he gets into a little bit of hot water, he never loses his cool. And it's why he's on that short list of Cy Young candidates this year, and he comes in with a big strikeout right there.
Here's Carl Crawford now. She'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1.
Boy, and if these guys come away with nothing here, they'll have squandered a real good opportunity.
Runners at second and third with two gone. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Revere is under it, and the inning is over. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. Back with more Monday Night Baseball following this. Michael Franco is ready here as we begin the top of the fourth.
You know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact, and he can run.
Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball one. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Ryu gets the sign. Here's the 1-1. Chopped weakly to the left. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Not exactly the most convincing base hit you're ever going to see. Let's call this thing a swinging bunt. Call it whatever you want. He'll call it a leadoff single.
Brandon Jordan is at the plate now. Flied out in his first at-bat.
And that's just not really his game. Anytime he keeps it on the ground, he's got a pretty good chance of beating out a hit.
And no swing, apparently. Ball one.
He just about went around. He was lucky to put on the brakes when he did.
Here comes the 1-0. Hit hard toward the right side. And this is past Adrian down the line. A fair ball. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning.
Finally, a little bit of life. Man, these guys have been swinging the bats like they're underwater or something. But a single and a double back-to-back put runners on second and third now, and maybe this will wake up this offense a little bit.
Curtis Granderson will stand in now with 2 on here and nobody out to begin the inning.
And on the mound, he hasn't found himself in too many rough spots so far, so this might be his first real test of the ballgame.
He's set. Here it comes. And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1.
When you look at the way he's throwing the ball, he's thrown first pitch strikes to less than 40% of the batters that he's faced, and yet he's still pitching well. And we're in the middle of this ball game.
Now the 0-1. And a pitch up and in, keeping him honest. 1-1. One run, 4 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate with the fastball as he backs him off a bit.
I'll say this. He wasn't going to get his arms extended on that one.
Swing and a miss as it's dropped behind the plate. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third. It's a 2-0 ball game. So good alertness there, as not only does he reach on what should have been the third out, but a run is in as well. Darren Ruff in now, popped out in his first trip. Chop foul over towards the dugout. Oh, 1. Here's the pitch. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Runners at the corners here, nobody out. On the ground to Barney here. This could be 2. The second for 1. On to first, and it's a double play, although the run does come in to score from third.
Well, you want to get out of the inning without conceding the run, but this is going to be an acceptable trade-off for him. No RBI, but the run does come in from third on the double play. Here's the third baseman, Adrian Beltre.
As he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1.
And, you know, if you're going to challenge a guy up in the zone with a fastball, why not do it on the first pitch? A lot of times he's going to be taken anyway, and you just bought yourself a strike that you can now throw anything off of.
Line softly toward the hole, but pulled in at the hot corner, and that ends the inning. So they get a couple of runs on 2 hits, no errors, and no one left aboard. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. Phillies on top, 3-0. Adrian Gonzalez is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
In tight here with the first pitch fastball. That's 1-0.
I'll give him this. He's not intimidated up there. Well, that was inside. Close to triple digits. He didn't even flinch.
That's by him for strike 1. Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
And he lays off for a ball. 2-1.
Yeah, after that last swing, I would have thought they'd go right back in, but that's actually not a bad location because I doubt he was looking for something out there.
Hot shot to third. A diving effort here as he gets a glove on it. And he'll make it to first easily on what will almost certainly be ruled an infield single.
Well, that base hit is going to get his hit streak to 6 games now, so he's swinging it.
Josh Donaldson in now. He went down looking at his first trip to the plate.
Well, you know, it never feels good to go down on strikes, especially looking. You wouldn't be surprised to see him be a little more aggressive in this at-bat.
And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. Sneaks a fastball by him at the letters. It's 1-1. One and one. Here it is. Had nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1. Nothing inside here, at least not to start the at-bat, and I imagine that's by design.
Yeah, they'll give him right field. They just don't want him to turn on something.
That's going to even up the count at 2-2. A runner at first with no outs here. Swung on and hit in the air down the left field line. Revere moves over near the line as he puts it away for the first out of the inning. But they'll just get the one out here as the runner will get back safely at first. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season.
Well, it's just business as usual for him, Matt. He leads the National League in that category. And pitching wins, they just aren't as celebrated these days as they once were. But I'll tell you, if you're leading the league, you're one of the best pitchers around. We'll see if he can hold on and add another win to his total in this one.
Yasmani Grandal is in for his second plate appearance as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Here it comes, 1-0. That's inside. 2-0. Gets the call on the changeup there. 2-1.
You know a guy throws hard when his changeup's at 89.
Tap fouled at home plate. Fastball is outside. It's full now, 3-2.
Now the question, do you send the guy on 3-2 with one out? You figure you're going to get something around the plate.
Ready to deliver the full count pitch. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
And he's having a rough go of it so far. His second strikeout of the ball game. You can see him gesturing that he thinks that pitch was outside, but you know, I think once he gets a look at it in the clubhouse, he'll probably change his tune.
Into the box now, Andre Ethier. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
Oh, wild pitch, but the catcher is able to knock it down. And he'll make it to second base on what ought to be ruled a passed ball, and with 2 outs, that one could come back to haunt him.
Well, behind the plate, he might have been more concerned with trying to frame that pitch than he was trying to catch it. You know, they do get the called strike here, but you know what else? They get the pass ball.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. Look out as this bat shatters on impact.
Well, you take a swing at a pitch like that, you're lucky that you only got sawed off. He's going to have to go find himself another piece of lumber.
Trying to strike him out for the second time. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. We're back with more on this Monday night after this. Wilson Ramos heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
The catcher, number 40, Wilson Ramos.
Eight, 9, and 1 to start the inning as the first pitch misses for ball 1. The pitch count there, 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
2 balls, no strikes.
Not close. It's 2-0.
Yeah, and he didn't even have to think twice about that one. And now he's got a good hitters count here, 2-0.
Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Nope. 3-0.
No strike.
A little shaky here to start the 5th.
Yeah, he shouldn't be too tired. You figure he'll settle back in sooner or later.
And, oh, he thought that was ball 4, but it's called a strike. 3-1 now.
Yeah, a much better pitch there than the one he threw on 2-0.
Line toward the gap in left center. And that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances. And now Ellsbury will get it in off the wall. And he's out trying to stretch it into a double, so a costly mistake here leading off the inning.
And this is going to turn into one of those no harm, no foul situations out there on the mound. He serves out the base hit here, but that guy's thinking 2 all the way, and it doesn't work out for him.
Into the box now, Chris Acho. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Ryu's ready. 1-1 on its way. That's right there at the belt. 1-2 now. 3 runs, 5 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. The 1-2 pitch. And another foul ball. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now. Outside and a full count, 3-2.
Wow, what an at-bat he's having right now. He's fought off some tough pitches. He's laid off a few pitches like that one. And now he's worked his way back to a 3-2 count.
A little bouncer. That's foul, so the battle will continue.
Neither guy giving in here. This is a great at-bat.
Making him work out there. The 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up. High in the air out towards shallow right. Ethier's there. And he makes the catch for the second out.
Now batting.
So with the fly out there coming on the fastball, seems like an appropriate time to check out our pitch speed comparison for these two starters. And folks, that is not a misprint. He's been clocked at over 100 miles an hour so far. My goodness. Ben Revere will come forward now. He has flied out and singled so far. Called a strike on the outer half. 0-1. And it's quickly 0-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Here's a ball hit foul down the third base line, so they'll try it again. Lifted in the air to center. Ellsbury has a read on it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. Jimmy Rollins will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the 5th. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
Here comes the first pitch. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Well, you get the sense that what they need is one big hit from anybody in the lineup. If they could get one, it could get them right back in this game, because right now they just seem out of it.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Good changeup there as he takes command. 0-2.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
Down and away. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Well, I think that fastball is just for show there. He's not trying to throw this for a strike.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Protecting with 2 strikes, went out of the zone that time, but he stays alive. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game. So another exceptional effort for him on the mound. He's got the shutout working here, as we'll show you the league ERA leaders.
Yeah, and you can find him one spot off the top. 2nd in the National League right now. And when you're pitching as well as he is, the scoreless innings just seem to stack up. He's got another good outing going here.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. Revere on the move. Into the stands. He got it.
Yeah, and this is not an easy play out there. You can see right here in show motion. He's got to do battle with the crowd down there, but he's able to navigate that sea of hands and then put it away. That's nicely done.
Yasiel Puig will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 66, Yasiel Puig.
Down and away, 1 ball and no strikes. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
He might have thought he'd be getting another dose of that curveball because he was way behind that one.
This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. And indeed it will. He throws him out at first, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Dodgers. Still down 3-0. Sergio Santos will come on now and make his 55th appearance of the year.
26, Sergio Santos.
Ben Zobrist will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips.
Yep, not showing too much so far, but he's got a chance to make something happen right here. See if he can put those other ABs behind him.
Now a swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike 1.
Boy, when he's got that thing going good, it just takes a nosedive right at the end.
Some action in the Dodger bullpen now, as it appears they have both a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
And you know what? These days, so many guys are throwing in the high 90s. It makes those mid to low 90s guys look easy. But I'll tell you what, if he mixes his pitches well, it can still be plenty fast to have to deal with.
And oh, look out as he has to hop out of the way of the fastball there.
He will definitely give you something to think about up there. There are no comfortable at-bats against this guy.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the 2nd time here tonight.
And we're going to check out that sequence right here on Show Track. The first 3 pitches all going to be down in the strike zone. So you've got the guy thinking he's going to see something else down around the knees. But that's when they change things up and change the eye level of the hitter, and they get that last pitch by him right at the letters.
Standing in now, Maikel Franco, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1.
Yeah, he really pulled off of that one, and that's not the kind of swing we're accustomed to seeing from a guy like him.
Especially starting off an at-bat.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. On the ground to the left side. Donaldson's up with it. Throw gets him. 2 down.
The batter, right fielder, Brandon Jordan.
Brandon Jordan steps in here. He'll look to keep it going after hitting a double and scoring a run last time up.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
First offering on its way. And he lays off here, but it's a cold strike one.
And when he's got that slider working the way he wants it, it can be such a weapon for him.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. After it is Ellsbury. He makes the play. A great catch on the run to retire the side. Phillies down in order, but they lead it 3-0. Jacoby Ellsbury will stand in to start things off, as this top of the batting order hasn't found a whole lot of success so far.
In fact, just one hit between the 1, 2, 3 hitters combined. So apparently the table setters have not been getting their chores done.
Lays off 1-0.
Boy, I don't know that I'd want to be facing this guy right now. He looks pretty fired up out there.
Yeah, he looks like he could run that fastball through a brick wall.
Now some action in the Phillies bullpen as a right-hander begins to crank it up out there. Belted high and deep into right center. Granderson going back. Gone! A solo shot for Jacoby Ellsbury. Home run number 15 for him thus far. And the Dodgers are on the board. It's now a 3-1 game.
And this is one of those guys that we consider to be part of that new breed of leadoff hitter. You know, it used to be that your leadoff guy was a guy that might hit 3 or 4 home runs a year. But nowadays, managers are realizing, hey, my leadoff guy is going to get more at-bats than anyone else in my lineup over the course of the season. So why not put a better hitter up there rather than just a punch-and-Judy guy? And that certainly worked out for him right here.
Here's Carl Crawford now.
Carl.
Pulled toward right center field. Jordan sprinting after it, but he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap, and he's in there safely. He's got a double.
And, you know, they were not catching up to that fastball early on, but they're catching up to it now. You can see he's all over this one and just waffles this thing. Rips it all the way to the wall, and he's into second with 2 bases.
Here's Adrian now, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
And these guys already have 1 home run here in the inning, and now you get to the real power guys here. So you need to be careful.
Swing and a little tapper, but it gets foul. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. On his way to pitch number 75. Swing and he pops him up over toward foul territory. A quick out number 1.
Yeah, a good pitch there as he gets the pop out on the fastball as we take a look at his pitch breakdown so far.
Donaldson.
Josh Donaldson will step in now, representing the potential tying run.
And keep in mind, he is the team leader in home runs, so if anyone's got a shot of getting one out of here, it's him.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Well, you know, if there's anybody in this lineup capable of getting a rally started, this is the guy right here.
Smoke toward the hole. And that's through into right field for a base hit. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only one away.
The catcher, number 9,
Yasmani Grandal stands in. Was locked up on strike 3 in his last trip.
Yeah, and hopefully he got that out of his system. They really need him to come through right here.
First delivery to him on the way. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway.
Now at the plate, you're looking for something up in the zone. Try and keep it in the air. Make sure you don't hit into a double play.
Good curveball that time in the low 80s. 0-2.
That might be the best curveball we've seen out of him all night. In fact, that one buckled my knees.
Hits are even right now at 5 aside. In under the hands with a fastball. It's 1-2.
I tell you, that was not an easy take.
It sure wasn't, especially when you've got to protect on an 0-2 count.
He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third.
Ouch. That's a rough night at the ballpark here. Third strikeout. One thing you can't do, though, you can't go into that dugout hanging your head. You got to think, hey, it's over. I'll get another shot to redeem myself. Whether that's tonight or sometime in the future, that's the attitude you have to have.
At the plate is Andre Ethier, and a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball. That man's team has definitely shot itself in the foot with all the strikeouts so far.
It seems like it's been a growing trend so far, but man, you've just got to be able to put the ball in play when you've got runners in scoring position.
He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Easy fly ball into shallow center field. Granderson is under it. And that ends the inning. Dodgers claw back a bit on the solo home run. The 5, 6, and 7 hitters to start the 7th. It's the Phillies 3 and the Dodgers 1. Back here at Dodger Stadium. It's on to the 7th inning now with the Phillies out in front, and it's a good time to check out our game summary through the first 6 innings so far. Curtis Granderson will stand in here hoping to duplicate what he did back in the 2nd inning as we flash you back to take another look at his solo home run that helped get this offense rolling. Not even close on that swing. No balls and a strike.
Getting that first pitch strike is so important against a guy like this. You have to be able to work ahead in the count and not let him dictate the at-bat.
And that's a called strike at the letters. Though that looked high from here, it's 0-2 now.
Boy, he is really looking good now. Hitting all of his spots. They set that target away, and the catcher never even moved.
A pause, and the 0-2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And this is swung on and missed by Granderson, and that's the first out of the inning.
First baseman, number 21.
Darren Ruff will stand in for a third time now. His previous efforts left something to be desired as he popped out and bounced into a double play.
Yeah, he's been a deficit at the plate for his guys so far.
And he takes ball one. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Really a good job so far by this guy out of the bullpen.
Yeah, he's come in and really put his stamp on this game. He's throwing a lot of strikes. That's what you want.
We're in the 7th inning with a good finish brewing. 3-1 our score. Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
Since coming in the 6th, I mean, he's knocked down 5 in a row, giving him a real lift out there.
So 2 are gone now in the Philadelphia 7th, and set to stand in a guy who seems to get better with age, the dangerous Adrian Beltre. From the stretch. And he lays off there. 1-0. Two out, nobody on. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
And on 2-0, this is where he's the most dangerous up there. I know it's a fastball count, but I would maybe think about something else.
And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up, that's when you tend to get hurt.
All even now, 2-2. Line drive to left. And that's going to be a fair ball as Crawford scurries to get there. The relay. The tag, and they'll get him at second. And with that, the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. But they hang on to a 3-1 lead. Jimmy Rollins will stand in now. He's singled and struck out in 2 trips.
Number 11.
Now some movement out in the Phillies bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen. He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. For that man right there, just the 1 run allowed. The question is, can he make that lead stand up?
Well, he hasn't shown too many signs of cracking so far. He's got the look of someone right now who's ready to go the distance.
That command may be starting to drift a bit. It's 2-0 now.
Well, that's the importance of having veterans on your ball club. You know, a young guy might have swung at both of those first 2 pitches.
Two 2-0 count, and the pitch. Late swing on the hitter's count. Still a good count for him now, however, at 2-1. Sent foul again, and after being way ahead, now it's even at 2-2. And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far.
Yeah, another good start to an inning for him here. He's really only made 1 bad pitch the entire game. That was the solo home run. Other than that, you can see there, not much to speak of at all.
Darwin Barney will stand in. He flew out his last time up. And a high strike there, 0-1. He continues to get ahead here. He's been in complete control.
I think you need to guard yourself from being overconfident, though. A bloop and a blast could still turn this game on its ears.
Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. One out, nobody on. Too high. 1-2.
And I think that might have been a little bit of a purpose pitch right there up in the zone. Now I think he's going to come back down with something to try to get that strikeout.
Swing and a little blooper to center. Here comes Granderson. Makes the play, and there are two gone now.
And this is all about taking charge out there. That's the center fielder's ball if he can get there. So he calls everybody off, and he makes the play easily.
Howie Kendrick will get the call to pinch hit here as we'll see what he can do with two out and the base is empty.
Howie Kendrick.
Called strike at the letters, 0-1.
Boy, it's one thing for a reliever to come in out of the pen and throw 100 miles an hour for 15 pitches or so. But he's right up there around the century mark now, and he's still throwing hard.
The windup and the 0-1. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. One and two now as that one's fouled off. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Dodgers down in order. They still trail it here 3-1.
Your attention, please. Now
and a new pitcher set to come on now as they turn things over to the finesse left-hander J.P. Howell. Leading off the inning, Wilson Ramos, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning.
Wilson Ramos.
Chop foul at the plate, strike one. The 0-1 on its way. Very weakly on the ground. That winds up foul for the second strike. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, that's the put-away curveball. A great pitch with two strikes. You start it in the zone and then let it work out and see if he'll chase.
Hit out towards second. Barney is there. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. It's been the kind of game we've come to expect here at Dodger Stadium over the years as you check the line score. Pitching, defense, and not a whole lot of offense to this point. Chris Acho will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. 1 count. Here's the pitch. Hit hard on the ground to second, and that's through for a hit. The throw into second. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Well, these guys know the deal from the offensive standpoint. They've got to add on to give their bullpen just a little more breathing room. And this is a good start as he jumps all over this one and drives it for 2 bases.
Here's Ben Revere, as he'll go after the first pitch here and pop one up over toward the left side of the infield. And Rollins is there to squeeze it for out number 2.
And he'll take a long exhale on his way back to the dugout. When he looks back on the tape of this, he'll realize that he needs to be a little more committed to his swing. He had no chance of that working out well for him.
Ben Zobrist takes his turn now, looking to add some insurance to their lead in the form of that run standing out at second base.
Yeah, a base hit right through the infield would probably do it, but you can bet those guys in the outfield are going to be coming up gunning if they get any chance at all.
First pitch curveball runs in a bit too tight. It's ball 1. One and 0 pitch on the way, and he misses again. 2-0.
Yeah, he's got an open base here. Looks like he's going to use it.
Two and 0 count. Here it comes. 3-0 now.
He knows the drill out there. You got to make him swing the bat. Cannot be giving up walks at this stage of the game, because those could be fatal.
And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1. Three balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. And that misses. Ball 4. So it's first and second now with 2 out.
Well, you know he wanted that pitch out there on the mound. I think it was probably a strike, but it doesn't really matter now. You have to let that pitch go. Just forget about it and concentrate on the next one.
Michael Franco will step in. A ground out victim as last time. Trying to keep the game close. Here's the pitch. Good changeup there to start him, but it drops a little low for ball 1. Nail-biting time now in that third base dugout.
Well, things are starting to spiral here, and you've got to make sure this doesn't spin completely out of control.
1-0 count. Here it is. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Does he dare go fastball here? 2-0.
I think he's got to.
8th inning of this low-scoring affair. 3-1 our score. There's a strike. It's 2-1. Taken high and deep to right. Ranging back is Ethier. Out of here. She was a wall scraper, but it counts just the same. A home run. So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field. Home run number 37 on the year, and it's now a 6-1 ball game.
Well, apparently these guys didn't see the highlights from yesterday, because he had 2 home runs a day ago. Now he's got another home run right here. Now obviously this pace won't last, but man, he is hitting everything in sight.
Tom Gorzolani will enter the ball game out of the pen as he'll look to get the final out here in the top of inning number 8. Into the box, Brandon Jordan. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. Three runs already home here. Here's a bouncing ball headed to Barney at second. And not too shabby out of the pen. Takes just 2 pitches to get the ground ball, and that ends the inning. But the Phillies use the long ball here, and they get 3 on this 3-run home run. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. It's the Phillies 6 and the Dodgers 1. Leading off the inning, Jacoby Ellsbury. And they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, you're facing a pretty big deficit in this game, so they need to start clawing their way back.
Now the pitch home to Ellsbury. In need of a quick inning here, but he starts this one with a ball. It's 1-0. Well, that man right there is into his 8th inning of work now. Any concerns going forward?
Well, I think the only thing you have to worry about is that pitch count you see right there. Other than that, he's earned the right to stay out there. Usually the other team will tell you when you're starting to get tired.
Drops one down here, and he'll try to beat it out. But the throw by Ramos is a good one, and he's able to retire his man at first.
Interesting ploy here. He's already beaten these guys with the long ball. Now he's trying to play a little bit of small ball and bunt his way on. A good play here takes care of him, though. But for me, you got to use all your weapons as a hitter.
Here's Carl Crawford now. As he'll get caught chasing a bad one there at strike one. Boy, that changeup's had him eaten out of his hand.
Oh, and they've been falling all over themselves trying to get it. But you've just got to know that that's not going to be a strike. It looks like it is, but it isn't.
One strike pitch is a fastball high, and that evens things at 1.
And for all the pitches he's thrown, only 1 walk so far. That's a little bit surprising.
And here's one that's taken for a ball. It's now 2-1 to the Dodger left fielder.
And this is where a guy who's been around a long time knows, hey, we're not going to make up the difference with just one swing. It's going to take base runners. So that's a good job of being really patient at the plate.
The 2-1 on its way. Chops it foul at home plate as the count moves to 2-2 now. Ball 3. 3-2 now. On deck, there's Adrian Gonzalez. Oh, and he lets him off the hook there as this isn't even close for ball 4.
And for as hot as this guy's been recently, this is a no-brainer. Take the bat out of his hands any chance you get.
Adrian Gonzalez will bat now. He popped out in foul ground last time.
Yeah, his swing definitely broke down a little bit last time. He got way underneath the ball. It'll be interesting to see if he can make that adjustment and stay on top of the ball here.
A ball and no strikes. Here it is. Pitch to the plate is a slider for a strike, and it's all knotted up at 1-1.
And if he's getting tired, it's not showing in his slider. That pitch is still as tight as it was in the second inning.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. That's in there on the outer half. 1-2 now.
Very patient here to start the at-bat. Maybe even a little too patient because now he's down 1-2.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to get anything better than that to hit.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And there's a pitch Gonzalez takes, and we're back even at 2-2.
Yeah, an interesting setup now on 2-2. Here's where you really need to pay attention to that guy at first.
Set to deal on 2-2. He pulls this one into right, but he'll barely have to move out there in right as he hauls this one in for the second out.
And that's one of those plays where you might need to reinforce the laces on your glove after this inning ends. This is a fastball, and it is hammered. I mean smoked. But he ends up with nothing, and his average is going to go down.
Josh Donaldson digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat. He waits, now the pitch. Swung on and hit in the air to left. Revere moves over, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Curtis Granderson will start things off when we return. Ninth inning coming up. It's the Phillies 6 and the Dodgers 1. Another nice evening here in LA as we welcome you back to Major League Baseball on the show. And here is Curtis Granderson now. He'll lead things off as they look to perhaps build on an already sizable lead.
These guys have swung the bat extremely well in this one. They have to be careful, though, about getting comfortable. Still have to make every at-bat count.
Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1.
That's his strength. He wants to try and come in and jam you, so you've got to be ready to try and turn on something.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a liner, but foul. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
Oh, that's what you call getting in tight with the fastball.
And he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the third strikeout of the game.
Well, there it is. Hat trick, my friend. That's a third strikeout of the game. You know, luckily, his guys are winning, so it kind of lessens the blow, but actually, not so much.
In now, Darren Ruff. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball one. Bases are empty, one man out. And here's his fastball for a called strike one, and he's hitting an even 90 on the gun. Here it comes on 1-1. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now. Late making contact on that swing, and we'll do it again on 1-2. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
Just overmatched him there. It's a 1-2 fastball, and this is right by him. Absolutely no contest.
Here's the third baseman, Adrian Beltre. As he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one.
That's a two-seam fastball right there. It looks to the hitter like it's going to be inside, and then it tails back to the inside corner of the plate.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. to 2-2 now.
And if you're going to go after that pitch, you've got to be thinking right field. I think he just pulled off of that one a little.
Down the third baseline. Throw on to the first baseman. Gonzalez will take care of him, and the inning is over. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. 5, 6, and 7 will lead things off in the bottom of the ninth. It's the Phillies 6 and the Dodgers 1. Striding in to start the ninth, Yasmani Grandal, and they'll need him to get something going here.
And so far in this ballgame, he hasn't even been on base yet, so we'll see if he can make an adjustment here.
He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2. This is flared right back over the mound. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And they'll wind up with no play here as he reaches first safely.
Not to make excuses here, but sometimes when you play behind a pitcher that strikes out a lot of guys, you can get a little flat-footed out there if you're not involved in the action. And here, he just doesn't look this one into the glove, and they'll hit him with an error.
At the plate is Andre Ethier as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. Nobody out, runner on first. High in the air and deep to left center field. Revere going back. Gone! A 2-run home run for Andre Ethier. And with that, it's now a 6-3 ball game.
Well, EK, as you know, the more at-bats you get against the same guy, the more you start to figure out his stuff. And once you see him for the third or fourth at-bat, you become a better hitter because by then you pretty much know every pitch he's got. And I think this is a case where he kind of made an educated guess on what was coming, got it, and didn't miss it.
Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Jonathan Papelbon is on now to try to close things down here in the ninth.
Now pitching and batting in the seventh spot, number 58, Jonathan Papelbon. Now playing third base and batting in the ninth spot, number 17, Freddie Galvis. The shortstop, number 11, Jimmy Rollins.
Here's J-Roll, Jimmy Rollins now. As he'll take a look at ball one. And this one's on the inside corner, 1-1.
And you can see him trying to be a little bit more patient here. He's got 2 strikeouts already, but he's got to be careful not to fall too far behind.
Line to the right side. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon.
I tell you, he has not looked like a 220 hitter to me. This is his second hit of the ball game, and he smoked this one pretty good.
Darwin Barney will stand in. He flew out his last time up. Papelbon's ready. Here comes the first pitch. Starts him out with a slider for a strike. Ready with the 0-1. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Swing and a liner. Foul. A runner at first with no outs here. Grounded up the first baseline, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Low with a fastball here, in the dirt even. It's ball one.
Well, he might have just said, look, you're going to have to take this one because you ain't fouling that one off.
Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
And this is why, as a hitter, working the count in your favor is so important. I mean, here, this is probably a ball, but you can't risk taking this pitch on 1-2 and hope that you get the benefit of the umpire's call. You pretty much have to swing at it, even though you probably wouldn't have been able to do much with it in the first place.
And the call's been made for a pinch hitter now as Nate McLouth has grabbed a bat and moved into the on-deck circle. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. From the stretch. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now, 0-2. And a splitter swung on and missed that time, and that'll be out number 2.
I don't think it's at all surprising about where these three pitches are going to be located. As we check them out here on Show Track, you're going to see all three pitches right down around the knees or lower. Now, they didn't get the ground ball that they were looking for, but guess what? Consolation prize, you get the strikeout.
Jacoby Ellsbury makes his way to the plate, needing to make something happen. They're down to their final out in the 9th inning.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for him anymore, but you know what? There's no clock in this sport, and that's for good reason. You've got to fight for all 27 outs.
Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Line toward the alley in left center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
And this is a situation now on the mound where you can't worry about how you got into it. You've got to worry about how you're going to get out of it. And he's got some work to do now to protect this lead.
Carl Crawford will dig in now, and he'll do so representing the tying run.
Yeah, and you're not too worried about this guy jumping the yard on you here and tying the ball game. But if he does find a way to get on base, things get a whole lot more interesting.
From the belt, the pitch. And he'll start him with a fastball that misses down and away for a ball. 1-0.
They're definitely making him work out there. He came in trying to shut the door, and he has not had an easy time of it.
Runners at the corners, 2 men out. Fastball in there for a strike. 92 on the radar gun that time. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Hit well on the ground to first. And he'll step on first for the out, and the ball game is over.
Closing in now on that magic number of 400, as that is save number 399 in his long and storied career.
And quite a lot of offense in this one, but if we had to highlight one guy that made the difference, there he is. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, you see a couple of hits for him in the ball game. This one was tight throughout, but in the end, he really helped lead his guys to this victory.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB.